So now that you've added your initial text that you want to show up, you've got some options here for images. Now this is the ability to customize these slides. So maybe if the slide isn't exactly what you want, you have the ability to work with images. And again, it depends on the slide. You're going to have different image elements that are going to be available. The same way that you had the text elements, you're going to have different image elements depending on the slide. So the one that we had selected is a fairly easy and straightforward one. So what we have here, we have an option to browse file, we're able to open gallery, and we're able to just clear out that image, and then we've got some scaling, aspect ratios, and we've got some other options here. So what we're going to do, just do a simple browse file and pick out an image that we want to use in our background. So these are just some random images that I have on my computer, and I'm going to just maybe move this one down a little bit. And now I might want to go back to my text and make an adjustment on the text so it stands out a little bit more. Just made a simple update of the text color and the background there. So just so it stands out a little bit better from the background. And here we've got our option of our background image. So let's say that, well, we realize that this image doesn't really look as sharp as we want it to do, and we want to just clear that out and start again. So we can easily just do clear image, and maybe this time we want to look through the gallery and see what's available within gallery. So all we have to do is click open gallery, and that opens up the default gallery window that you have available within VideoMakerFX. And from here you can pick out all these different items, these default items that are available within the gallery. So you've got your arrows, you've got your add to cart. So these are mainly commonly used type items. Here we've got some different backgrounds with patterns. So there's really quite a lot of selection here, and you can really just go through and pick out just the different ones that you're interested in. And then all you have to do is just do a use image. So also down here we've got some different devices, and we've got some just basic photos here, some really cool photos. And as you can see, this is really starting to turn out to be very simple to create these slides here within VideoMakerFX. Like everything is by default available within the software. So this is just a basic version of the software. As you can see, social icons. So these are common things that you might be looking for to add into your videos, as well as the devices. And there's also these guarantees. So these are really cool and really effective ways to add marketing messages into your videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick with a background image, and I'm going to just pick one here, the blackboard maybe, or maybe, and then just click use image. And then you see that it does get applied, and if we want to move up that image, we've got a menu here on the right hand side. We're also able to scale the image so that we can use the plus or minus signs. And I guess, yeah, we can't drag it, but we can move it up and down here. And then here we've got some options to rotate it. And then we also have options to for transparency as well. So if we want to bring back our original black or blue background, we could just do more transparent here. And then we've also got the ability here to rotate and move up and down, and then center as well. Again, if we don't like that image, we can always do a clear image. And also, of course, if you add in PNG images, it's going to be a clear to the background there, and so this is just a PNG that I've added in. So again, the next option here is shapes. So you've got an option for background shapes. So you can actually enable a background color on this particular slide, and we can just apply it by pressing the R. And as we can see, because we used a PNG file, we're able to still see the transparent part of that PNG file, so it transparents to the background, and we can still see our background color. So if we want to make this black and apply that, we could do it within that type of a format. And then with shapes, again, you've got the same options as you did with images, where you can shrink it, you can make it bigger, smaller, and this background shape, essentially it's taking up that whole background area. So really you can move it up and down, and as you can see, it's by default it's the size of the actual slide or the visual area on the video. So moving it up and down, you can create a little bit of a spacing there that's going to allow for a different color to kind of shine through on your video. So again, you could rotate it just like with images, and you can work with it. So here you can basically, for this shape, we can set a different color on it, and also we can just uncheck it like that. So we can enable it and then select a different color for the shape and then set that if we want to. So I'm just going to bring that back down to black, and I'm going to set it as black, just so our white text does stand out. And I did have to change the text back to white because this image had some black on it. So again, you have to make sure that you're using different elements within the video that are going to stand out. So the more contrast there is, so you got white and black, the more the text will stand out. And if you do have a message here, you really do want that text to stand out. So not as much the image, but I really want my text to stand out. So that's why I changed it back to white with a black background. So either way, or it could be a white background with black text or darker text.